All right, we are live. I figure I'd take the most off-the-wall thinker, pair him up with someone
And change my
very
name.
logical, and myself, and have Kyle join us for the first inaugural NDL Weekly NDL Redraft League. It's a main event on the FFPC. I don't know what I'm doing with tech. I managed to get the board up, shared my screen. For me, this is a monumental task. It was very intimidating. And both Kyle and I are here. Looks like we have one viewer, which I am over the
Rookie
moon
Zach.
about. So if anyone wants to comment, I know it's right in the middle of everyone's workday. If they want to comment, if they want to jump in and hit us up, awesome. Again, main event, it's a $2,000 buy-in. It's $1 million to first tournament. Are you a tournament guy or tournament?
Tournament.
Yeah, me too. But
I had to think about how I say
tournament is
it.
the way to do it. Braxton,
Fair
loving
enough.
you, brother. Thank you, man. If you want to chime in at all, Brax, I don't know if it's your day off today or you're just posted up with a speed gun. If you want to hop in, let me know. But $1 million to first and 2 wide receiver, full PPR, tight end premium, which we will see tight ends
1.5.
go off quite early.
It is on the low side of quarterback scoring. It's 4 points per touchdown, and I think it's 25 yards per point passing.
Mhm.
Pretty sure that's what it is.
I think it's 0.2, huh?
0.2 for what? Per yard? No.
Um, where it's oftentimes 25.25
Yeah.
for yards.
It's 0.025, I believe.
Okay. Small
What is
difference. 6 point per
this?
passing touchdown. Or is it 4 point per passing touchdown?
Yes.
2 flex. We have a bit of a strategy. We're in the 10 hole. Again, we win the million. Pizza party for everyone, right? I'm not looking at taking home much of this. I want to spread the wealth. There are some major players in here. We'll win some thousands if we win our 12-team league. So there will be prizes for 12-team league. Hey, just because I'm an idiot, when I'm looking at this screen, is it just draft board up and nothing changed with the view of the stream?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll lock into your. You can even tab, like you can go to a different tab. I think. Oh no, you might have streamed the entire window. Yeah, as long as you're on the other screen, you're fine.
Okay. I could share this, but I might get all flustered. But out of the 10 hole, we're going to see probably 3 tight ends go in the second round. I've seen bully tight end. I've seen the 1-2 turn go double tap tight end. Running backs typically go off a little bit sooner than a lot of our, NFFC drafts, underdog, best ball mania drafts. Running backs will get prioritized. This is more of a boomer type site as well. So
I actually like it. It looks clean.
okay, yeah. Lineup is 12 team, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, full PPR, 1.5 tight end premium Brax. So we're in the 10 hole. We have a tentative plan. We would love for Chase to fall. That would be super fun. I saw Chase the other day fall to the 111. That was pretty fun. We're very happy if AJ Brown falls. That would usually mean that Chase goes in there and then Garrett Wilson goes in there. We would have loved a top spot to go hero running back, but the 10 hole, it kind of lends to the devastation of nothing falling and really no value. Or we have some value, which could be very, very cool. We got 3 minutes till we start. Again in the 10 hole. Optimally, we'd love to go Chase, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson at 110. And then we've been thinking if JT is there at 203, we would take JT. If I'm also flirting with Achan, I think I would love Achan.
How do I pop this out?
And stacking in managed leagues isn't as prevalent, but stacking in tournaments is. We're laying them on the table for the success of that offense, right? So if we're betting on that offense, let's really make a bet. Also, playoffs. The regular season in FFPC is weeks 1 through 12. First and second seed goes on to the tournament. Seed 3 and 4 plays their playoffs while there's still buys. So we really want to be sensitive to buys. In some cases, we've actually leaned, throw caution to the wind, and we want to maybe ignore bye weeks. We have bye week guys in 13 and 14. Well, we get them all season in theory. We draft guys that have no bye week during the season. We're going to be contending with that angle of it. So we got minute 10 till 101's on the clock. Any clarity that you're thinking? I mean, everyone's in the draft room. Everyone looks good. There are backsies on this. If there's a misclick, if there's something funky that happens, commissioner will be notified. And
That's good.
I've seen them unwind like 3 picks because the dude 3 picks ago ended up having a misclick, something like that. So
yeah, you'd be really upset if you were in a main event and you misclicked and they wouldn't change it back for you.
Yeah, I've seen them really be quite kind, when it comes to oopsies. So, and you have this much money on the table, on the line, it makes sense.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be the first draft where Tyreek Hill falls to 10.
And speaking of, Dolphins, if we did go Achan, we go Achan at 203. We go late round quarterback, which we've been flirting with. So we have CMC go off the board.
Yes, Braxton. Based how these drafts work, we can retroactively set our lineups with Chiefs, Ravens, or Eagles, Packers players because I think drafts go up until tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, draft started too. Okay. CMC Lamb, Chalk. I'm assuming Tyreek's here. What we've noticed with either watching individual drafts or ADP is that tight end goes really early for those top 12-ish, and running backs go heavy and early, even outside of the top however many number you want to call bell cows. Ooh, Hall at 3. There we go.
Yeah.
Getting spicy already. Could you imagine being at 6 and getting Tyreek Hill? I mean, I would lose it.
Bro.
Looking at the max and min draft position for each player is eye-opening. All right, here's where things start diverging.
We would love a faller. That would be super very fun if we could get Chase
We
to
have
fall.
we have a quick conversation if it's Jefferson or Chase there, but I think if it's AJ Brown or Garrett Wilson, I want AJ Brown.
Oh, me too. I'm there. So there goes Amon Ra. Okay, there goes Chase. He did not fall. Well, let's see what these two
That's
guys.
okay.
Did you hear that ding on my computer?
Yes.
You did you? Right.
You playing on speakers?
You know, I am on speaker. Let me get through this turn and I'll.
That's okay.
How do I sound crummy?
Say what?
Do I sound crummy?
No, you sound fine. It's just that
Okay.
there were a couple times I could hear myself through your speakers.
Yeah, I ended up
But
having the Discord on
okay.
and the stream.
Yeah, your sound quality's fine. There's Jefferson.
So there's
So we're
JJ.
playing Garrett Wilson or AJ Brown here.
So if we got Garrett Wilson to go right here and
We
landing
could see
AJ
a
Brown,
running back too.
the accountant is on the clock. Jefferson just went. 109's on the clock. There goes AJ Brown.
Unlucky.
All
Yeah, I
right.
think that's pretty easy, Garrett Wilson,
I think so too. I think we
because he won't be there at 203 anyways.
gradually go up to the podium. I mean, no one else really, right? That's who we're looking at. Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's a pretty distinct tier for me.
yeah, I'm excited about Garrett Wilson. So now we look at JT or HN. I mean, HN could be really fun.
So I was gonna say JT is the next one on ADP. Then it's Barkley, Gibbs, Laporta, and Nakua.
So there goes JT. That was an early JT.
Can you actually move the NDL icon to the bottom right of the screen because it is covering the active pick right now?
You're right. Okay. I'll try to do that without destroying everything. So JT goes. So that was, I thought for sure he'd be there.
His high pick is 6, so he's all over the place.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot different than what we've been accustomed to. There goes Gibbs.
Okay.
Saquon. Oh, snap. If HN comes back here, I don't see how we don't go HN. These guys,
what's there.
double RB right there. Wow.
I don't hate it. If Barkley and Taylor are both gone, I don't hate HN
I bet you
there.
McBride goes here.
He's a
I
home
wouldn't
run
be
hit.
surprised if this is a McBride pick.
I think it's
Puka.
okay. So we can talk about Laporta real quick. We can talk about McBride. I'm fine with HN coming back. We're gonna miss pretty much all of those like super top tier tight ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine to miss out on the elite tight end. I mean, we can see what comes back at the 3-4 turn. I know you're out on Marv. No Drake London here. Cooper Kupp. 30 seconds to go. I'm super good with targeting Tua late and going HN here and just kind of building a.
I don't mind it.
Hero
it's really
RB.
early in his ADP, but I don't mind it after what happened.
It is, but I mean Derrick Henry or HN?
It's HN for me then.
Okay. I love this. I know you know that I love Garrett Wilson. So Garrett Wilson, not sure if you knew this, but he was projected higher point total than Lamb last year. Means nothing maybe, but for him to retain his value, for him to still be traded very highly, drafted very highly. I'm not sure if you saw that clip from his father yesterday, but
no, I haven't.
I would run through a wall.
It's
There goes
very
McBride.
interesting that we're seeing Laporta go after McBride. I have Garrett Wilson as one of those guys that we're not considering a top 6 wide receiver that could easily finish wide receiver 1 or
Mhm.
realistically finish wide receiver 1. I think it's possible.
Oh,
Okay.
are you saying the one or a wide
Yes.
receiver one? The one?
The wide receiver 1. I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely. I think it's possible. There's not a lot of wide receivers to say that about, right?
I agree. So are you Sam Laporta over Trey McBride in redraft?
Yeah, but I don't disagree that they're tight. I actually have Kincaid in that group too, which that one's a hot take, but I think he's in the best position, and I think he's the best receiver of the 3. He just hasn't gotten an opportunity yet because he had Diggs last year.
I don't know how to move that little remove from stage.
Nope.
I don't
That's
know.
okay. As long as you just don't scroll far enough where it's covered anymore, because it was just the 112. Okay. Drake London and Marv.
So
I can't buy in on Marv this year in redraft.
Yeah, but you're also Ayuk over Marv, which is bonkers.
for redraft.
Yeah, but we always talk dynasty, and you were also talking dynasty. Travis
Counterpoint. You saw what I got for Marv, so it's pretty clear that he's worth more in dynasty, whether I agree with that or not.
Mm-hmm. Remind us what you got.
I got
Holy Rashid Rice.
I got 225 firsts. They're both projected playoffs. I got the 109, which was, you can call it Jonathan Brooks or Xavier Worthy. I drafted back to back. And then I got I think I got a second or something as well.
Sweet. Yeah, no,
I think it was 202, and I got no, that's not correct. I have my pick. I don't remember what I got. I'll take a look real quick.
Rashid Rice at the 209. That's wild. That's over Nico, that's a big deal.
Yeah, that might be a 1 week play where they know what the score is already.
And it could be because you can retroactively put him into your starting lineup. Holy Isaiah Likely in the second.
Wow. Okay, we're getting spicy. We got a spicy drafter.
I love it. Take him. Take him in the second because I wouldn't.
So it was I'm sorry, it was 109, 206, which I think was Blake Corum, and then the Texans and your 2025 first.
And my 2025 first?
Yeah. So those are both playoff firsts, but I'm splitting Marvin Harrison for 3 firsts and a running back who's likely to be good.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. This likely pick is crazy to me.
Good get on
Olave,
Rice. Who's it's on Marv. That was solid. Good job. ETN 301. That's solid value. I like that a lot.
There's Kincaid.
There goes Kincaid. So 5 tight ends off the board, and those were picks we weren't going to make. We have an idea of what we're doing, and
just where we're at, that's never going to happen anyways. Those guys are always gone before we get back.
Well, I've seen Laporta and Trey McBride go 112 and 201.
Yeah.
So we would have had.
I'm looking at
204.
Just looking at the last few days, like 3 days. None of those tight ends, well, likely excluded, have never gone all the way to 310.
Oh, no. It would have been more so that we would have had to take someone at 203. I don't know that Dalton Kincaid is the guy.
That's fine. It's fine.
I gladly overpaid for him when did not help me in GA from you. Okay, so there goes Nico, Isaiah Pacheco. We're looking at wide receiver here, right? I mean,
almost certainly. Yeah. I think, let's see, what are the tight ends that we can talk about?
here, you seeing this? Here's our wide receivers. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I let's see.
We got I like Debo a lot. I like Waddle a lot. I like Ayuk a lot.
I actually don't hate Mike Evans. I think we might be a little over the hill on him, but I think he's also undervalued. Let's see.
Ooh, there goes Kyron, someone else we were not picking. So Isaiah Pacheco, Kyron Williams goes. Both running backs that we were not going to look at right here. I'm not looking at Kyron right now, although I would like to look at Corum later.
Yeah, I agree. The options at tight end are a little gross. We might as well just wait another round. It's Mark Andrews, Evan Ingram, and Kyle Pitts. Later is George Kittle and Jake Ferguson and Njoku. I think depending on where Brock Bowers falls to, we can talk about him too.
Who are you? Are you Ayuk over Debo, or what are you looking at? There goes
I think
Henry.
they're back to back.
Oh yeah.
I think it depends on what you're looking for. I think Ayuk is a better stable
Okay, we're on the
wide
clock.
receiver.
There goes Waddle. Waddle would have been fun because.
Well, can you filter back to all players real quick? I'm fine with either one. I think Ayuk might be back on the turn.
Would
But
we
I
go
also
Debo Ayuk? Is that something we would do?
I don't think so.
I don't even hate it. Just go and
so the counter, yeah. Why don't we just take Debo then? The counter argument here is taking Waddle at 403. Is that what it is?
Waddle's gone.
Waddle's gone. Okay.
Or he probably would have been the pick. I got 7 seconds. I like Debo here.
I think
I
it's
like
fine.
him a lot. And hey, I swear to God. I mean, look at the board. I mean, look at our picks here, okay? We have
Metcalf. Can you go back to the big board?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Waddle did go one before. I didn't see that. Josh Jacobs too would have been a target if we didn't take Achane. So that's good.
I agree. Coming off of 3 back-to-back running backs was pretty optimal for us. I would have been Waddle over Debo. DK goes. Let's see what the turn does. The turn went Gibbs, Barkley.
There it is.
I just don't know how to feel about Barkley this year. I can't click him. BB, I have probably 100, I think 120 something, best ball drafts. I don't know if I really took Barkley more than 4 or 5 times.
We're
2 seconds clock. He went.
Yeah, there it is. Damn. Oh well.
Well,
so we can talk about Evan Ingram. We can talk about Kyle Pitts. Otherwise, we have Smitty, Mike Evans. I guess James Cook. I think it's wide receiver, tight end here though.
I think so. I think it's wide receiver. I mean, so far we've gone Garrett Wilson, Devon Achane, Debo Samuel, all 3 different offenses. Garrett Wilson.
Good offenses. That doesn't hurt.
Yeah, good offenses. So there goes Evans. If Devonta Smith comes back, that's pretty hot. Also, I mean, how do you feel about laying him on the table? And I mean, Neighbors is there.
Neighbors is not there. Neighbors went in the third.
Okay, we're up. Neighbors is long gone.
Yeah, Neighbors
There
was
goes
like early third.
this.
I kind of think it's tight end here, dealer's choice. Smitty was kind of the end for me. I'm a little worried about all these guys here.
Your Mark Andrews, Evan Ingram, Pitts.
Yeah, any of you pick your favorite, or we get James Cook here, or Ken Walker.
I'm
If
gonna call an audible, brother.
yeah, you're fine.
I think DJ Moore is
I don't mind it.
just gonna have to be the pick. That'll set us up with a little bit of stackability with, I mean, we're looking at late round quarterback. The running backs that are going to be available in even the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th are going to be nice. I've seen so many of these play out that I'm a little more bummed when we load up on running back. So DJ Moore, never a sexy pick. But if we go Caleb, even if we double tap something like Tua Caleb, we can do that.
If we go
lately.
Caleb, I'm going to request a second quarterback. That's not like a Russell Wilson type deal.
Well, I mean, Tua Caleb is
I think that's fine. That's great.
Something like that. That still sets us up. And honestly,
hey, Jake, can you go back to big board?
This is
sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
There goes Ken Walker. Ken Walker, I'm into also. Derrick Henry, James Cook, there they go. Good. Take them. That's where I'm wanting, because I'm still liking some players here, wide receivers in the 5th and 6th, but I'm definitely live to go tight end in the 5th.
Yeah, taking quick note, this is a lot slower for tight ends than we saw in either ADP or the drafts you were watching.
Mm-hmm. I think we're going to have, there goes Mark Andrews. I think we'll have a good amount come off the board by the time we're done. Ingram will be gone, or, we'll see. But typically, you're right. This is actually more wide receiver. Well, this is about on brand. See, look, 5, make it slippy. Went 2 tight ends through 4. One of them being Mark Andrews. I mean, how do you like that?
I still agree with it. I don't think one performance is enough to say, oh, we got to drop Mark Andrews way down. His ADP is 27. I think this is great value if you're still in on Mark Andrews. He also double tapped tight end.
Oh, he did. Kincaid and Likely. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I think that's a value play. I mean, he's drafting best player available on his board.
Mm-hmm.
There's Ingram. Yeah, that's the run. This is the run that I was expecting here.
Yeah, I could see it. That'll push us later, and I don't mind it. We can on our turn, we can hit a couple at a time. It's funny because 1.5 tight end premium, I don't get excited about in general, right? I don't get excited about it. I don't favor tight ends typically, but in these drafts, tight end premium, even the pros, they're into it.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it's just the shallow rosters making, the elites that much more important. And that is what it is. But
I still think it's value over replacement too. Yeah, there's Worthy. It's not surprising.
Worthy in the 4th. Happened last night, huh? Okay, Braxton and traded with Ash yesterday in JV. That's already a red flag. I traded Rogers, Olave for May, Polk, Josh Palmer, and a 3rd. Saved 29 in salary. Don't love it, but not bad. Rogers and Olave. Salary cap leagues, bro. They're going to make you do something crazy, but I know a lot of people they're quite high on May. quite high on his rushing, quite high on his arm, his
Pitts.
football IQ. There goes Pitts. So now we're through 4 rounds. We've got 3, 6, 7, 8 tight ends off the board.
Ah, yeah. This is where tight ends start getting ugly because the ADP doesn't reflect how we feel about those players, but they keep going. George Kittle and Jake Ferguson both go in the 5th round. So if we miss those, we're talking about Njoku. Where are the other tight ends? Clear tight ends.
So
Bowers is a play as like a double tap. I think it's going to be Kittle, Ferguson, Njoku.
if we got Njoku, I'd be pretty over the moon.
Yeah, his early is 502, so we still got time.
So Laporta went off, Jacobs went off, Pacheco, Kelsey. Help me with my cheat sheet here. There goes Kittle. There goes Tank Dell, George Kittle.
Pittman.
So did Allen go?
Josh Allen went, yes.
Hertz went.
No.
No. Derrick Henry went. Diggs.
Yes. Diggs is still there.
Let Diggs fall, guys.
Yeah, I don't really get. I mean, I could see it, but I just don't see him being the third wide receiver on the team. I don't even see him. I think he's got a shot to be the top receiver. I think Nico and Tank Dell are both more valuable in Dynasty, but for this year, I think it's why we're not at least drafting Diggs and Collins back to back makes no sense. I think Tank Dell's probably the third receiver here. In a good offense, of course.
Mm-hmm.
There's Diggs.
There goes Diggs. Okay. Higgins still on the board.
So Higgins just had a report this morning saying he wasn't practicing due to an undisclosed injury.
Who is?
Hamstring.
Who wasn't?
Higgins.
Fucking Higgins.
So that is something to be cautious about. There's
There goes
Lamar. Where's Lamar?
There goes Mixon.
Okay. Yeah, this is where that you feel less confident about wide receivers, and you're going to start seeing a bunch of running backs come off, I think. Also, you can kind of see the ADP is starting to splinter. People are starting to get their guys instead of the best available based on ADP.
Yeah. I'm going to have a hard time passing on Zay Flowers. But let me show you this. We are up into who just went? Rashad White. Okay. So look at this tight end.
Yeah, it's kind of gross now. So Ferguson's
I
gone
don't
if
think so
we
personally. I mean, I think Njoku's super live. Or do we just test the turn?
I think we test the turn here.
I don't mind it. Who's your top rated player right here?
Top rated player was Higgins. Back. Otherwise, it's Jake Ferguson, Zay Flowers.
So who did you say?
Jake Ferguson.
Before that?
Zay Flowers.
Zay.
Higgins is the highest on my board, but with the hamstring, I'm less confident about that. I don't know. I don't play with hamstrings.
There goes Mahomes, unstacked Mahomes. One more pick. I would love Flowers to fall here. Sweet G. Oh, and he goes Higgins. Sweet nice. Lord in heaven.
Yeah. So Flowers is my highest available wide receiver here. I think that's fine.
We can talk it out. I mean, McLaurin, I'm not taking McLaurin over him. Cooper, Pickens, Godwin, Ridley.
We're gonna have a conversation about Christian Kirk on the way back, but I think Flowers is easy here.
I think you're right. You said we'll have a conversation about Kirk.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Flowers. We're pretty confident on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to pop Ferguson, pop Christian Kirk, pop.
Are we liking Ferguson over Njoku?
I do. I personally do, because he's that second receiver on the team, and there's no receiving back. There he goes. Okay, well, never mind then.
Ferguson goes. Okay. I thought that was Bowers that went. It looked
No.
like our current selected Bauer. Oh, on my.
It's your current selected.
Got it. I mean, I'm Njoku over Bowers, but let's really look, because we're slim on. I think Bowers or Njoku right here.
We are now at the point.
Because,
let's see what is the running backs left, because we are at the point where if we keep drafting,
I know, Brax,
wide receiver, it's bench players now.
That was foiled by the 11 hole. Say it again. There goes McLaurin.
If we keep drafting wide receiver, we're at bench players now. So we probably should. There's Bowers.
There goes Bowers.
Should really consider.
Don't go Njoku. I would love Njoku here. Don't go Njoku. It's going to be hard to pass on Njoku right here if he falls.
If he doesn't go here, I think we have to take him, because at 7-10, I don't think there's going to be any tight ends we like left.
Oh, there goes Kirk.
There it is. Yeah,
that helped us because
just slam Njoku.
I think you're right, dude. I think we're sprinting to take Njoku. I mean, so you're seeing the ball. I mean, you're seeing what's available.
Yeah, that's. I think we can. We can double tap TJ Hawkinson later, like way later, but I don't love any of those tight ends.
Wide receiver. I mean, we're feeling good about our receivers. The receivers coming back later. Running back. I'm not looking at any of those guys. We're not looking at quarterback. David Njoku, you good?
Yeah. I think on the next pick, we're gonna have to start looking harder at running backs, though. I think this is where it's gonna start getting away from us if we don't pick up.
I agree. So right now we have 2 wide receivers starting, and then we have wide receivers through the flex. So I listened to this dude, Ron Stewart. He really preaches. Hey, Braxton, is that what it is? Wide receivers through the flex? Or does he say wide receivers through the flex plus? But I think it's wide receivers through the flex. So we have Garrett Wilson, Deebo Samuel, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers, all different offenses. We're live to take, Purdy, Caleb. Not really looking at Aaron Rodgers unless we just get him super, super late, just as a YOLO pick. But
so Aaron Rodgers has gone undrafted in the past 3 days.
Oh, wow. Good stat. Okay.
So it is, his high is 155. So we're not looking at him until like the 12th round at the earliest. But these are all, Stafford on down are all looking like QB2s, because those are all the undrafted guys.
Okay. I mean, these rooms, they are super funky too. So stacking, they don't really. Braxton said first bench wide receiver greater than RB2.
So the only problem with that is what I've seen on these boards. I don't love waiting until the late 9th to grab a running back. I think that's when it gets really gross. I have seen a lot of wide receivers in the 9th and 10th that I love. So that is my counter argument.
There goes. So after we picked, it was Jalen Hurts, Calvin Ridley, Murray Cooper, James Conner, who I love, Chris Godwin.
Yeah,
I will lean with Braxton here in the 7th. In the 7th, it's probably wide receiver over running back 2 for me, because 8 and 9, rounds 8 and 9, I'm still liking some running backs. But if we see some value fall, I think that would be super fun. But right now, let me go to that screen. Running backs, we're looking down here. I think Najee might not be there, but I think Montgomery through
our next
White
pick?
will. There goes Adunze. That's a high Adunze.
So our last pick, our next pick is 7-10.
Where does Jonathan Brooks go in these?
Jonathan Brooks is somewhere. Hello? He is
There goes
93rd overall.
after Godwin was 93rd overall. Okay. After Godwin, it was Aaron Jones, JSN, Odunze, Pickens, 7th round, David Montgomery, Javonte.
We're in a range where so his ADP is like
There goes Jaden Reed.
7.8. If we want, he's a great player. I just don't know how much he's going to factor in this year. It might be too late for us.
Who's that?
Jonathan Brooks. So if we skip the 7th round for running back, our first realistic option is probably like a Singletary or Blake Corum, Zach Moss. There's this huge tier here, and there are a lot of running backs left on the board, but Jonathan Brooks, Jerome Ford, Brian Robinson, Tyjae Spears, those are all guys that have a better than average chance of not being there at 803.
Mm-hmm.
I agree the wide receivers look great here, but I think it might be better served to get running back 2 and then bench wide receiver.
All right, so check it out. Your priority here would be
specific players.
Yep.
It would be, let's see. I like Najee Harris. Raheem Mostert is out because we have Achane. I don't love stacking that. Ramondre is actually pretty high on my board. Let's see. Those 3 are gone. I'm out on Swift. I don't even think he's the best running back in Chicago.
I know you say that. There goes Goddard.
We can wait. Now that I see the board, we can wait. But I guess we still got to see what happens here.
So after Javonte, Jaden Reed, Deontay, Keenan Allen, Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert going is really great for us. Keenan Allen going is really great for us. We weren't taking him. I like Jaden Reed and Deontay. I like Jaden Reed and Deontay. For me,
I also love Christian Watson here. I think this is where you start taking
Christian Watson or Brian Thomas.
It's Christian Watson for me, very easily.
Christian Watson or Ladd.
It's probably Christian Watson.
Do we think Ladd is the wide receiver 1?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, but I think as long as Watson is healthy, he's going to be the most productive wide receiver for the Packers.
There goes Swift. Good.
That's my take.
Say it again.
As long as Christian Watson is healthy, he's the wide receiver 1. I don't see Dubs taking it. I don't see Wicks taking it. I think Reed's the only other guy, but Reed goes 2 rounds earlier. I really think it's going to be Watson. And when you're getting this kind of a discount, this is where you take him. Actually, that's not 2 rounds earlier. It's half a round earlier, but I digress. That's where I am.
Interest you?
Go ahead.
In Najee.
That's probably the top running back I'm looking at here. If we don't go here, he's probably gone, and then we're looking at the Jerome Ford, Brian Robinson, Tyjae Spears group.
Okay, hold on one sec. So there goes Brian Thomas. There goes Ramondre. Now we're on the clock. 2 wide receiver, 2 flex full PPR.
Odunze's gone, Brax.
Christian Watson, Cortland Sutton, Ladd McConkey.
I'm fine passing on Sutton. I think if you want to get spicy, you can take Ladd.
Is there
I
any
think
way any of these running backs are taking precedence over Christian Watson? Because I don't mind Christian Watson at all.
it's Najee or Christian Watson. Those are my two.
So if Najee goes, are you happy with Samir
Yes.
White?
Yeah. Because I was expecting almost all of those top 7 to be gone by now. So I'm fine waiting until 803 for running back 2. And
so Christian Watson.
I make my bread on late round running back, so I'm not worried about it. Granted, I don't make any bread, so there's that too. Turn off auto draft. Turn it off. Good God.
That's how close I cut that one. Christian Watson.
We got
This
Christian
is his
Watson,
year.
right? Can you go back to the big board just to see it? I need to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
So Christian Watson. So we're Garrett Wilson, Debo, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers, Christian Watson as our wide receiver 5, which he's working on that hamstring, brother. He's conditioning it. He should easily be your wide receiver 1 on that
There's
team.
Ladd.
There goes Ladd, you fricker.
I'm just saying. I'm not alone.
With what?
With thinking Ladd is the real deal. I think people aren't gonna.
Damn, bro.
People aren't overdrafting him because there's not enough of us, but people are drafting him where I would draft him because he's the only guy who looks like he's got a shot at being the wide receiver 1. Odunze's gone, Braxton. He's gone like 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, Brax. I wish, brother. I wish. I do appreciate you still voting for him, though.
Yeah.
Super good.
Okay.
Okay, so check it out. The board says
So we're just
hey, let Najee fall.
I think Samir White goes here. Well, he's already got 3 running backs. He's going wide receiver or quarterback. Stroud is still there.
Najee fall. All right, let's pick a backup plan.
Yeah, I think it's Jerome Ford or Brian Robinson for me. Or I don't know.
Out on Pollard. Jerome Ford or Brian Robinson.
Ford or Brian Robinson. Those are my guys.
I don't mind either one of those.
I can't believe we're drafting Chase Brown in that group, but it is what it is.
He has been getting absolutely steamed. All right, let's all collectively hold our breath. I would love Najee here. How gross that sounds. But as the RB2 in the 8th, there goes Cortland Sutton.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on.
Sutton's in a different tier from the guys we were considering earlier.
Come on. No one wants Najee. Come on. So he's gone JT, then all receivers with Jake Ferguson in the middle of that. Let's see if he goes for his RB2 here. Come on.
I have a lot of concerns about Zamir White. I think he's the running back 1, but I think Dylan Lobby is going to be a lot more used than people are expecting.
I like that. We should all be voting for Tony Pollard.
Nice. All right. I think it's easy Najee here.
I think it is too. I'm going quick. Do you? Okay.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about real quick. So Jerome Ford is going to be the guy, in my opinion.
He should be.
If we are finally out on Najee, if we're out on Najee after all these years, now They have Arthur Smith run first. They have like a mess of quarterbacks. I think Najee's good here. He's never been bad to me. He's just been in bad situations. But
Well, he hasn't been
if there's
efficient, right? But I mean, how efficient has their
Melvin Gordon was a running back
offense?
one. Melvin Gordon was a running back one for several years, and he's the least efficient running back ever. I think it's fine. Yeah,
Man.
let's just do Najee here.
I'm super happy with Najee. I think this. I'm aroused. I think this squad is. Let's take a look at this.
I don't understand the Pollard over Spears take. I mean, we literally just got done looking at him play like trash all year last year. Granted, he was injured, but yeah, that's not surprising to me.
Warren goes right after Najee. Is there any world where we would have wanted Warren as our RB2 over Najee? I don't. I wouldn't.
I over Najee? No, I don't think so. I think Warren's it's going to be like a basically 50-50 split, but Warren is a better pass back. Najee is the guy you're running. He's a mini Derrick Henry. Like that's just
what it comes down to is projected touchdowns, right? We're projecting more goal line opportunities for Najee.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm loving this. Garrett Wilson in the first. We got him as wide receiver 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as wide receiver 7. For me, that's projected value.
Yeah.
Then Achan as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th as the RB7, which probably projected value, right? I mean, we love him. Then Debo, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers. I think John had a pretty sweet take in chat last night, and I hadn't thought of it, but he said Rashee Rice and Zay Flowers are the same person. And I'll take Rice over Flowers because of Mahomes. But what did Zay put up yesterday? Zay Flowers.
He put up 13 fantasy points.
But how many targets?
I'm sorry. No, that was 8. He had 10 targets for 6 receptions and 37 yards.
Okay.
Just peppered with targets. Yeah,
that's amazing. I'll take it. Chiefs defense. I don't know how great they are, but they were good last year.
They're very good.
Yeah. So Zay Flowers, that's 10 targets on a team that wants to score a lot of points. I think it's going to. And did you see how brutal that was in the end zone? What happened? Was that a tipped ball? Was that Lamar completely missing him in the end zone?
I didn't see it. I didn't get to watch most of the game, unfortunately.
So Zay Flowers is in the end zone. He's running. I think Lamar's running. And then he was absolutely wide open in the back of the end zone, and everyone's puzzled. And I'm wondering if it was a tipped ball, but that would have been another 7 yards reception touchdown. So 10 targets is what we're looking at. So we got him as our wide receiver 4. Then we went with Njoku. Hey, love Njoku or not, right now we're looking at him as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tight end off the board. That's got to be our silver lining. You know, if he finishes above that, you know, we have value in that pick waiting to where, I mean, Brock Bowers, he should have more points than Brock Bowers on the Raiders. I don't see why we're taking Bowers over Njoku. Now I get it. He's a stud player, but he's also on the Raiders. And how many touchdowns are the Raiders projected to get? You know, how many offensive plays are the Raiders projected to get? I can't imagine it's an attractive number.
At least 1.
Dick. All right, so here goes the board. After Najee, Jalen Warren went, J-Mo, Anthony Richardson, Zamir White, Jerome Ford, Spears, Stroud, Shakur, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray in the 8th. 3.
Yeah, we have now reached the point where we can start considering quarterbacks. I don't know if we need to take one here, but we can start talking about it. Dak's ADP is 108. That is the 9th round, right about where we'd pick.
The quarterbacks I'm looking at is Caleb, Purdy,
Trevor,
Love, right? I mean,
Love. Okay.
Love. We have Watson, we have DJ Moore, we got Debo. So all of those.
Let me just look at ADP because that's how we're gonna pick the quarterback here. Clear.
Here's what we look at. Here are the quarterbacks here. Burrow, Love's pretty high on ADP here. Dak, Jaden Daniels, Caleb. So
I would like to pretend Jaden Daniels doesn't exist.
Because you hate him.
So stinking risky.
Yeah, there's really no reason for us to do that.
He strikes me as kind of a Will Levis type where he just explodes in the first couple of weeks and then teams figure him out and he kind of has a pedestrian rest of the season. I think that's a realistic outcome.
You know who I would like to look at later is Luke McCaffrey.
Okay.
That I think would be pretty awesome. So are you looking at this? So Burrow, Love, Dak. I mean, look at Caleb at 120. Purdy at 132. Tua as our number 1 quarterback would be perfectly fine for me.
That is right around our 11th pick.
It
is dicey. So
what's dicey about it, though?
We need to take a look at how many people have a quarterback 1 already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 5 more quarterbacks.
These rooms are very live to double tap quarterback within a few rounds of each other. But look at the turn where we're at. No quarterbacks. That's our main scariness, right? Leading up to the 3 picks before us. 5 picks. Every pick right now has a quarterback. So no quarterback should go. So we should be fine here. I think there's no way we look at quarterback here in the 9th.
Yeah, that's fine.
Even in the 10th, brother, I don't see it.
That's fine. So here's what I'm seeing that's left. Jordan Love, Joe Burrow, Dak Prescott, Caleb, Purdy, Lawrence, Goff, Tua.
Here, check out the screen.
Even if we're the last person to draft a quarterback, that still requires another, was that 3 people to draft a quarterback 2 before we get back to the 11th? I don't think that's hyper reasonable. I think people are kind of just taking whatever's left in the late rounds. Yeah, I'm fine. We can consider Hawkinson in the 10th round.
Well, let's do this.
Early.
There goes Jonathan Brooks. Good. So look, we got Zach Moss, Blake Corum, Austin Eckler, Dowdle.
Is J.K. Dobbins still there, or is he gone?
Dobbins should not. Oh no, he's way down there.
Dobbins way down there, yeah. So
wide receivers, you're seeing the list. Palmer, Addison. I don't mind Addison. I'm pretty solid to get another running back here. But let's see if anyone's buried.
Hot take. I like Blake Corum here. If we go running back.
So Jonathan Brooks goes, okay. So Zach Moss. So Corum over Moss.
There he goes.
There goes Blake Corum. All right.
Yeah, I think Gus Edwards or Zach Moss are fine. Yeah, Brooks went.
Okay, we're up next. I think Zach Moss is a good pick here. I like Dowdle as well. Right now we are Devon Achane, Najee Harris, the wide receivers. Okay, there goes Josh Palmer. Wide receivers. I mean, Jordan Addison, I know he's gone for a while.
I don't want
Curtis
to rely on
Samuel,
the
Judy,
wide receiver too.
Wicks, Adonai Mitchell. I can't see us going. So tight end, Fryermuth, Dalton Schultz. I mean, probably more value in taking running back.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Zach Moss here.
So Zach Moss, you like him over Dowdle?
Yeah.
You like him over?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Let's take Moss. So here's our board. So we have two wide receivers. I mean, we have wide receivers through the flex. Christian Watson as our wide receiver 5. Starting Devon Achane, Najee. We have Moss. Let's see.
Someone really paid $2,000 for this and then drafted likely in the second round. That's insane.
What's insane is if it hits.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, check it out. Jordan Addison. I know he's missing some games, but these are the type of things you do to win, right? You're taking some really good players that are hurt, that are not hurt, but hurt by news, hurt by suspension. Is he gone 6 games? Is that what we're looking at? How many games is he gone?
I did not see, man.
Looks like he's gone 6 games. So there goes Dowdle.
So the only problem I have with Jordan Addison is he comes back and Sam Darnold's throwing to him. Do we believe Sam Darnold can support 2
There goes Jaden Daniels,
wide receivers?
Hey, look at this. Is there any way that you want
There's Jordan
to go?
Addison.
Addison went?
Yep.
Yep, Addison went. Okay, that makes it a little easier. All right. Check out our list here. Is there any way, I mean, Joe Burrow, he's unstacked. Is there any way we go Love here? There goes Trey Benson.
Yeah, the upside pick is Jordan Love. I think Dak is my typical chalk pick here, but
Is there any way we push it? And we
I'm
go
100%. Oh,
Dubes, Myers, Curtis Samuel, Judy Wicks, Brandon Cooks, Adonai, Leggett. I just don't see wide receiver as being the play. Here go. I mean, is Chuba? Do we go Jalen Wright and just go YOLO?
That was gonna be my pick. If we're doing running back. Shit. Are we on the Are we on the clock? Yeah, we are.
Yeah. I don't mind. I mean, this is for all the marbles.
114, 10.
I would say go in just YOLO. I mean, he's not coming back. Jalen Wright.
I think Jalen Wright. There's still a tier of quarterback here. Like, it's crazy, but like, if he hits, I
know,
God forbid, Mostert goes down, and it's Jalen Wright and Devon Achane.
I could start both and be pumped. Do you know how big that kid is?
Jalen Wright? I have not seen a full body picture of him, but I assume he's big.
Yeah, he's, they're used to a type out there and its speed, but He's 5'10", 210.
Yeah, he's a
What
big
the
boy.
F? Let me
Dobbs.
go back to the board. So now, I mean, Najee, Zach Moss, Jalen Wright. Those are the Jalen Wright's. That's show me what you got type of pick, right? He could be on standby for a long time, and he's just on our bench.
He
He could
to
be.
me after Quorum, I can't think of any other ones. I think after Quorum, he is the guy I would pick out of the rookies to produce this year. Right? He's got a very clear path to production. He either needs any running back to get injured or literally just Mike McDaniel to be like, hey, we're gonna run 3 running backs out there and try to stop us. Like, which is out of all the teams, this is the most reasonable team to do that. I am putting my vote in for looking at J.K. Dobbins in the 11th. And then quarterback.
So, what's the probability that Dobbins is playing? What is the news on him?
He's a starter. He's the starter this year. That's I think it's gonna be the same
I mean,
deal as
they
what the
came in
Ravens were
and
gonna
said,
do.
okay, so playing the hot hand. That's the latest thing. That was yesterday. Dobbins and Gus Edwards are both expected to see action, and the team will ride the hot hand. If Dobbins is playing, he's still only 25.
Yeah.
I think our next pick, so Jordan Love goes. So after we picked Wright, it went Romeo Dobbs, Nick Chubb, Burrow, Schultz, Gus Edwards, Jordan Love. I just was not. Oh, there goes Dobbins.
Okay, never mind then. This is the turn where we have to take quarterback. I think if we don't take it here, we're gonna regret it.
I think going quarterback right here is. I'm super fine with Caleb. I'm super fine with Tua. I'll show you the list just so you see. There goes Marshawn Lloyd. Good. So we have Dak should be going. Caleb, Purdy, Tua, Goff. I'm fine with all of those.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
I can't imagine they all go.
I wouldn't even be mad with Trevor, to be honest.
I wouldn't either, but I don't think we even have to get there. There goes Fryermuth. I'm super pumped holding off. That I'm glad that we held off. There goes Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, like the guy that took Anthony Richardson came
There
back
goes
with Joe
Dak.
Burrow. I mean, if you're that worried about Anthony Richardson, like, you're not the guy to draft him. I think Joe Burrow is too early for in that context. Like, come back and get a Trevor Lawrence, a Kirk Cousins, a Matt Stafford, one of those guys.
I mean,
I also think we can talk about Hawkinson this turn. Jordan Addison's gone. I'm not keeping up with my sheet very well.
Jaleel McLaughlin, gone. Good. More running backs going off the board would be just fine. We're going to need to load up on some more, wide receivers, but
Let's see. Wide receivers. I think Darnell Mooney is a conversation.
so quarterback right here is in the cards. Let's see. If no other quarterback goes, we push him to the next round. Running back. There's some running. I still like several running backs, but I don't think we even go running back.
I agree. I actually really like Wicks here.
We do
and,
have who's it's.
yeah, Hawkinson. Do we
We
need to
do
take
have what's his
Hawkinson?
name? Christian Watson.
Yeah.
So Justice Hill goes, Eckler goes, Mike Williams goes. So Hawkinson, that'd be a pretty fun pick.
He is actually the highest ADP remaining.
What do you think about Cole Kmet and Caleb?
I don't think anything of Cole Kmet. That's
Think
just me
nothing of
though. I
Cole
know he
Kmet.
did well last year. If we're doing tight end, I think it's Hawkinson. Even though, yeah, all three of those guys are fine. I think Brandon Cooks is great. There's
There goes
Mitchell.
Adonai.
Yeah, I actually
How do you feel
probably
about
have.
Curtis Samuel?
He's fine. He's going to be productive this year, but how productive? I think Jerry Judy's a floor play. I think Cooks is a floor play. Yeah, Josh Downs is great, but I don't know when he's coming back.
I do like Josh Downs. Adonai went. Xavier Legette, too soon for Xavier. We're not taking
Agree.
Legette over Samuel, huh?
High ankle sprain, so he's gone for at least a few weeks.
Which one?
Josh
Downs?
Downs.
So running back, I mean,
It,
here's
it's
where
Chuba, Charbonnet, Aljair, Ray Davis for me.
yeah, Chuba's kind of tough to pass on. But Hawkinson, I mean, there goes Charbonnet.
There's Sharp. His latest ADP in the past 2 days was 129, so 1009.
And we are at
I'm not sure.
we're at 1110. We're 1109.
I think Hawkinson, Chuba's the second highest ADP here. So I'm
I
fine with
think
that if that's what you want to
Hawkinson
do.
I think Hawkinson would be very fun.
Cause then you have okay.
Jordan Mason.
Yeah. I think it's Hawk. And then, all of the quarterbacks are still here, so we can even, if we really want to get risky, we can talk about pushing quarterback to the 12th or the 13th. Their
So
13th.
Hawkinson looks to be the fun pick, right? Running back, I don't think we need running back at all.
Okay.
Wide receiver, Curtis Samuel or Hawkinson.
I
Dontavian
prefer
Wicks,
Hawkinson.
another guy. I think Hawkinson going late tight end kind of makes
Yeah,
Hawkinson a nice pick.
late tight end, drafting late tight end. This is the backup, right? You don't need him to start because Njoku is fine, but let's say Hawkinson's playing the back half of the season, and all of a sudden we have a tight end one. Yeah, like I'm taking that stack over Dallas Goedert and Dalton Schultz any day.
Yeah, me too.
So let's see, no
There goes
quarterback since we
Tuba.
talked about it. So then it's wide receiver or quarterback, because I don't. Well, let's take a look at the running backs again real quick, just to see if we want to nix that. Aljair, Ray Davis, Braylon Allen.
I mean, honestly, with how our running backs look, I don't
Yeah,
think
Zach
we have to go
Wilson.
running back
I agree.
at
That's
all.
probably another wide receiver or quarterback here. So I'm half expecting the 11 spot to take a quarterback here. So we're working with, what is it, five guys we like that are left.
So who's your highest rated quarterback right here?
Uh, I really don't care. I have
Probably
those
should
five
be
guys.
Tua.
Those five guys are all in the exact same tier for me. Tua and Caleb have the highest ADPs. I'm sorry, highest minimum ADP. Caleb is the highest average ADP. If we're riding vibes, it's Caleb.
Caleb
We're
is
riding,
awfully fun.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Do we want to have fun? There goes
Yes.
Purdy. Good. You were right. Good call. There goes Wicks, and we are on the clock. I'm glad Wicks
Yeah.
went. I mean,
Braxton says Caleb.
I think so. Caleb stacks to DJ Moore. It makes that DJ Moore pick, not worth it, but a little more viable.
Potent.
I mean,
Yeah.
if we're making a bet on DJ Moore in that offense in the 4th round over Kenneth Walker, who was our other pick, it's like, well, then let's really go for it. They're slated to do quite well this year. Their defense is very good.
Yeah, I'm fine taking him here.
I
He's
wouldn't
outside the
even
top
mind
12.
I wouldn't even mind going Tua with our next pick.
Yeah, if he's still there, that would be. I do think next turn we want to heavily talk about drafting another quarterback just to security. Even if it's, well, if Trevor, Jared, and Tua are all gone, then we can push it later and then try to target Stafford or Rodgers in the late rounds. How many rounds are left? A lot. A lot of rounds are left.
18, 8.
8. Okay.
We're 20 round draft.
Yeah, so we can wait on quarterback. I mean, worst case, we're drafting a quarterback to, like, I don't know, Darnold, or heaven forbid Daniel Jones. Maybe we just go one quarterback if we have to draft Daniel Jones.
I'd say so. So if we did, so this is very fun. I mean, I like this a lot. Garrett Wilson, Devon Achane, Debo, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers, Christian Watson. That's wide receivers through the flex +1. Then we got Najee, Moss, Jalen Wright. We did take Njoku in the 6th. He was the last of a tier, some would say. He was the first in a poopier tier, but I actually really do like Njoku. Remember, he came off the board at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 at tight end 12. So I like him as tight end 12 quite a bit. Then we followed up with an 11th round TJ Hawkinson, and then a 12th round Caleb to stack with our 4th round DJ Moore. Again, this is a tournament. This is on the FFPC. Braxton says Rogers late. I don't even hate it at all. If Tua's there next round, it might be fun, but probably just don't need it. And we probably should get I wouldn't mind Leggett. But this is a tournament on FFPC. This is the main event. This is a $2,000 buy-in. This is $1 million to first. 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, tight end premium. That's why you're seeing tight ends go off so early. 20 rounds. Regular season is weeks 1 through 12. If you're seed 1 or 2, you advance to the tournament. Seeds 3 and 4 and the rest will play through the bye, into the playoffs through the buys. Okay, what are we seeing go off the board? After we took Caleb, Curtis Samuel, who we contemplated, was there. Jerry Jeudy, Conklin. So look, we took Hawkinson. Hubbard went, then Musgrave. Purdy, Wicks, just fine. We didn't need Wicks. It would have been tough to pass him up, or he would have been
Can
in
you
the
scroll
conversation.
up more, Jay?
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Yeah, our photos are in the way now.
Oh,
Ray
okay.
Davis, Bucky Irving.
How's this?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Tyler Algier.
I can also do that.
That works
Then we
better.
went Hawkinson, right? That's fun. Since we did go that last or beginning of the next tier. Jerry Jeudy, Conklin, Brooks, Lockett, Ty Chandler, Bucky Irving, Ray Davis, Algier, Cole Kmet, Braylon Allen. Some fun darts right there.
So we are about getting to where the next group of quarterbacks is ADP, the pick. That said, 11 teams, I believe, have taken a quarterback. So I think unless we see some people double up here, we could talk about it at the back of the turn. Guys that I'm looking at here are Brandon Cooks, non-quarterbacks. Brandon Cooks, Khalil
He's
Herbert.
gone.
Okay.
Khalil.
Oh, Darnell Mooney.
I just don't see us needing running back right here. I think we almost need wide receiver.
Josh Downs, Michael Wilson. Shout out to Adam Thielen. After that, it's gross. I think we take one here and then we just wait another 2 rounds. So quarterback, wide receiver then. If we're doing the upside play, it's Josh Downs, but he's gonna miss several weeks with that high ankle sprain.
Do we think so? Is he out?
Yeah, normal human beings that aren't, Jonathan Taylor or who was the other guy? Was it Saquon? Someone came back super early.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see.
Individual work. He's doing individual work. Shane Steichen says he's hopeful Josh Downs is available to start the season. So
I'd say Downs is someone who we really look at here.
Downs is still suffering from that post-injury hangover in drafts. If we're shooting for the moon, it's absolutely Josh Downs and it's not close. If we're not, you can find Xavier Legette's fun. I still think Darnell Mooney is going to be more usable than people expect. Michael Wilson, potentially. I don't love Kyler's ability to pass the ball, but hey, it's a good offense.
Kyler is elite. Period.
Kyler's elite in fantasy. Stop it. He's not elite in NFL.
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, but his elite fantasy production doesn't come. It comes disproportionately from his running rather than his passing.
So let's look at our pick here. We are up in 2. Jalen Polk just went. Adam Thielen, Rashid Shaheed. So I would love if Josh Downs fell. Demario Douglas, Bateman, Luke McCaffrey. Very early to take McCaffrey, Bateman, Leggett.
I'm sorry, is Rashad Bateman still out there?
Is there?
Low volume, stacking Flowers and Bateman. It's fine.
Yeah,
I guess,
no. There goes Gabe Davis.
What a mistake pick. Shout out to Zach on that one.
Let's see if Downs is still there.
You smash that button if Downs is there. Oh, let's fucking go.
Jesus. Let's do it, dude. I'm not even waiting. Right? I mean, we're not.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
That one stands out to me right now.
And we need wide receiver. I'd say Josh Downs is our wide receiver 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So then here, just because it's Caleb, I think we take a quarterback. And I think it's Tua.
You like Tua right here?
Yeah, I do. We looked at the running backs a couple times. We don't need a third tight end already. We just drafted a wide receiver and we're happy about it.
Samaje could be outstanding.
He could be.
Kansas City offense. That could be a fun pick. Xavier Legette, how are we looking on him? What are we talking
Man,
about?
I don't think he's gonna be used very much this year. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
You're welcome to draft him if you want him, but I just don't think he's gonna be usable in fantasy. I think he's waiver fodder. Not career wise, but this year I don't think he was so raw and that team sucks. They're drafting for next year, honestly.
Tyrone Tracy goes. Yeah, they are. They got to throw the ball to someone. Thielen was great. Not
Thielen
good.
and Deontay, you know.
So check it out. If we didn't go quarterback here, someone's going to either take their second quarterback. So look, Tua, Goff, Herbert.
Who just went?
That's not bad. If we
So
if we didn't go Tua here,
so the 11 slot took Trevor. So
Darnell
I don't think
Mooney.
he's coming back with another quarterback.
I know.
And we just saw
So
Darnell Mooney.
let's say we didn't go Tua. Samaje Perine.
Samaje Perine or Khalil Herbert for me.
That's very, very fun. Khalil Herbert is a bear, which is also very fun.
Some people don't like stacking backwards with running back and quarterback. I don't think anything of it.
I'm pretty indifferent. Oh, there goes
There's
Tua.
Tua.
Okay. That makes it
So
easier.
does it? Because do we want to talk about Jared Goff? That looks like the last. Well, yeah. So if Goff goes, then we're talking about Kirk Cousins, Justin Herbert,
I mean, we default
Stafford
to
or Rodgers.
Rodgers, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
look
that's
at
fine.
Herbert ends up going. Look, Michael Wilson, Mario Douglas, Jaleel McMillan, I like him. Luke McCaffrey. I really like Luke McCaffrey. But I'm not really screaming for anyone
So
else here.
our
10 seconds.
roster strategy says take running back here.
Then I think P. Ryan's amazing.
Okay.
Let's do it. Garrett Wilson, Achan, Debo. So our wide receivers start two flex. We have wide receivers through the flex. Christian Watson, Josh Downs on the bench. We're starting Achan and Najee. We have Zach Moss, Jaleel Wright, Samaje Perine on the bench. Starting quarterback is Caleb. We're starting Njoku. We got Hawkinson warming up on the bench. Perine on the bench. I'm extremely excited about this.
He really did. He did double up on quarterback. That's crazy to me.
Which one?
I thought for sure the 11 slot wouldn't take quarterback back to back there. That's insane. That's crazy.
That's probably the right strategy for us anyhow. I mean, the way we played quarterback is, yes, it would have been fun, but now we get to see, and there goes Jared Goff. Now we get to see if Herbert comes back to us. If Herbert falls back to us, I think that's a huge win, but I don't think he will come back. We got to just remember, this is one QB. This is one QB. We laid him on the table for Caleb. We have the 8-hole doubled up on quarterback, 7-hole doubled up. There goes Jahan Dotson.
I'm almost
So
ready to stop tracking my own sheet. Now it's all vibes.
I'd say vibes comes into play right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams with 2 quarterbacks already. Michael Wilson goes. Cade Otton goes. So we're going to need another tight end. We're going to need another quarterback. We're going to need some upside wide receiver darts.
Well, I can supply you with upside darts.
I would love it.
All right, let's see. Let's filter real quick. All right, we can start with running back. Is gross.
Khalil Herbert's still there.
Khalil
Tank
Herbert,
Bigsby.
Cam
I like
Akers.
Estime.
Yep.
I like Will Shipley. I like Jamal Williams.
I actually have Dylan Lobby as a priority target, but
Oh,
that's actually quite a ways away.
that is a long ways away, my friend.
His earliest draft spot is 177,
Perfect.
which is the almost 15th round, which we're at. Okay, so there you go.
Lobby
But
is?
he's gone undrafted too.
Well, we passed on Zamir. He's gone
Chris
undrafted.
Akers.
That must have been quite early in the season. Or else.
That is from I these ADPs are only over the last 3 days.
There goes Leggett. Jaleel,
Leggett.
McMillan, Cam Akers, Xavier Leggett. Round 15 is starting. We have 5 more rounds. We do need to draft a kicker and defense.
Those are our last 2 for me, my guy.
Big time. But that means we only have 3 more position players to go.
Yeah, so we could take a swing at one more of each position if you want. 2, I guess we have 4 picks, but
So there goes Shipley. There goes Juwan Johnson.
if we are taking let's take a step back from the board real quick and think about this. If we're taking guys like Will Shipley, who are behind like de facto locked and loaded allegedly running back 1 bell cows, why wouldn't we take Dylan Lobby, who is behind Alexander Madison and Zamir White, and he has already locked up the 3rd down role? Why wouldn't we do that?
This is where we're at right now. Would you want Estime or Lobby?
Lobby, absolutely. It's easy for me. The only guy that I would consider instead is Herbert, but we have seen the pedestrian results of Herbert because for some reason the Bears don't want him to be the running back 1.
Would you do Jamal Williams as
No.
the number 2/number 1? Not really number 1, but with Kamara.
No, I think he's kind of done. He had a good few years post Packers, but I think he's just old and
There goes
he's a
Justin
better
Herbert.
run blocker than he is a rusher now. I think he's pretty much done. There's Herbert, yeah. Yeah, I honestly it's Dylan Lobby here for me.
I don't hate it at all.
There you go. I'm appealing to your homerism.
Yeah, and I have reverse homerism being a Raiders fan. But he's been getting steamed up, period.
Think about it this way. Reverse homerism says you're taking the first Vegas Raider in the 17th round.
Oh God. Lord
Or
heaven.
was it 16th or 17th?
So there goes Janu with us on deck. The accountant is up. And who goes? He took Deshaun Watson.
Ugh, gross, dude. What are you doing?
All right. Well, this is where we're at. Lobby. I don't mind it. Tank Bigsby probably should be taken first. Estimate probably should be taken first. So I really see no other reason to take Lobby.
Okay.
I say we just go for it, dude.
Okay. We are not the highest ADP for Lobby, so there's that too.
We're not going quarterback, right? We're not going Stafford, Rogers,
No.
Geno. I don't mind getting just gross at QB2. I don't
Just
care.
a warm body. We could really swing for the fences and take Fields at like the
Oh,
18th
sure.
round.
Sure. Let's go Dylan Lobby, dude.
Nice. Love it. Love it. It's spicy and it could pay off.
That's kind of what we're going for, right? To win the tournament, you got to get crazy. You kind of have to hit on these. There goes Tank
Yeah,
Benson.
these rounds are when people hit. That's where people win the tournaments, right? I mean, you get a guy who's almost undraftable, and he
Mhm.
performs like a startable player. That's insane.
So listen, if Rogers is here, which he should be, do we go for it? Because Baker Mayfield's still out there. Will Levis, I don't think we even need quarterback here. But look at the board
Tiebreaker, the stack. Think about the stack.
for Rogers.
Yeah.
I know. But do you think anyone's taking him? But I mean, this is kind of where people are taking their second quarterback, right?
Yeah.
If
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 teams have a second quarterback.
only four,
Yep. But
that's okay.
most of the
One,
teams that took
two,
those early
three,
quarterbacks don't have one.
4, 5,
5.
6. Kyler Cousins,
Oh, I counted wrong. My bad.
Alan Herbert, Anthony Burrow, Patrick, Jared, Jalen. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 teams. There goes Estime. Both players I said should be taken over Dylan Lobby, but I don't care.
The difference in expected outcome is pretty small at this point. So
So we're going to be on the clock in one pick. Are we ruling out quarterback and just laying them on it?
sure.
So we have what high upside. Hey, you know what, dude? You laid him. I'm going to take. What do you think about Luke McCaffrey?
I don't mind it. The other high upside guy I would have said is Ben Sinnott.
Oh, he
I'm
went.
fine with it. Oh,
He
did he?
went.
Okay, I'm
Or
sorry.
else I would have
Oh
looked
yeah.
at him as well.
Okay.
But Luke
I
McCaffrey.
guess
But look, tight end. Zach Ertz should
tight
be
end.
starting. I mean, we're gonna I mean, but
How much upside is Zach Ertz?
right. Yeah. I think Luke McCaffrey, it looks
Yeah,
like he's a starting wide receiver.
you can take a quick look at Bateman if he's still there. Otherwise, I
Bateman's
have no
still
problem
there.
with
I
it.
don't mind Bateman, but we know what Bateman is. Luke McCaffrey,
That's
what
fine.
if? What
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
be?
what if? Malik Washington's the honorable mention, but that's
I
way
like him
later.
too, but I'm gonna take Luke McCaffrey.
Got it.
I mean, Jermaine Burton might slip to us next round.
I was gonna
Um,
mention him too. He's that last round guy that well, we have 2 more picks, so we gotta pick we're doing a quarterback too, right? So probably take a quarterback in the next one. All right,
let's look for it.
let's build the queue here. So in no particular order,
Okay,
uh
there we go.
Malik Washington,
All right.
Marvin Mims,
Okay,
Quentin Johnston.
Malik. Hold on one sec. Marvin Mims. Is Marvin Mims a thing?
Probably not, but it's the 18th round. We're casting a wide net for this one.
Yeah.
Malik Washington, Quentin Johnston. Oof, it gets really ugly, doesn't it?
It does, but we're
Brendan Rice.
we're about rounding third, right? Javon Baker's a high upside guy.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, if Bateman falls, which he sure shouldn't.
Hey, just put him on the queue. You never know what happens.
I'm gonna just put him on the queue because you don't know what happens.
Throw Greg Dortch on there. He could be an
I like
interesting
Dortch.
play.
I like Dortch.
All right, let's go take a look at running backs. I'm expecting to vomit here. Ugh. Roshan, I guess. Oh, shoot.
I'd say Jamal Williams is
All
super
right, fair.
sneaky. Damian Pierce,
So gross, dude. I don't want a running back here.
Donta Foreman. I love that guy. I can't quit him.
Sion Vaki, I guess. He's
Ty
getting some hype.
Johnson. Ty Johnson on Buffalo.
Yeah, I think Ray Davis is the second guy.
I'm sure he is. He should be. There goes Jamal
There's
Williams.
Jamal. Let's take a look at tight end, see what's there.
We got
Yeah.
I don't mind Ertz.
Yeah, I don't mind Chig. I don't mind Ertz. I don't mind Dulcich, honestly. Just
I
taking
don't
like
mind
a swing
Hurst
for the
either.
fences.
Hurst.
Tucker Craft. Yeah. Okay. I'm still voting for Malik Washington, as crazy as that sounds.
No, I like Malik Washington.
I think he's the highest upside out of what's on our board right now. Just by nature of, man, he's a good wide receiver. Imagine in that offense, you just have to be a good wide receiver. You don't have to be Tyreek Hill to make something happen.
Let's show the board. So after we went Luke McCaffrey, we got a kicker. We got Quentin Johnson, Tremaine Burton, Alexander Madison, Jamal Williams. Second defense went off the board, and the Jets. First defense went off the board right before us with Dallas. Marvin Mims, Jalen Tolbert, Wan'Dale Robinson. I do like Wan'Dale Robinson. It's just there's no upside. Trey Sermon goes at the 1701.
Remember when I was
board.
hyping up Trey Sermon to be one of the best running backs in the league?
That was unfortunate.
Shit.
Well, the 49ers, led us astray. Let's see, when is the bye week for Njoku? 10, bro.
What is Hawk?
6. That's very good.
10.
So look at our bye weeks. 12, 6, 9, 7. Zay Flowers is 14. But then we got Christian Watson.
10,
we can
10,
fill
11,
in.
12.
Then 14 is Josh Downs is 14. Luke McCaffrey's 14.
It's fine.
But our starting 4 wide receivers, I guess, Garrett Wilson, Debo, Moore, and then Watson can play if we don't, lock up the 1 or 2 seed. But look at our running backs by week 6, 9, 12, 6, 6, 10. Njoku's 10, Hawkinson 6. Greg Dortch goes at 1702, followed by Dalvin Cook.
It's the best he's ever felt.
What, Dalvin Cook?
Yeah. Or the best he's felt in years, I guess,
Okay.
which usually means he's about to retire.
Roshan Johnson goes. So we're looking at Malik Washington. That's a big fat upside swing right there.
He was very high on my pre-draft board, so I think he's a great wide receiver.
Who's the big route runner guy? The analyst that's always.
Oh, Matt Harmon.
Yeah, Harmon. They asked him, which wide receiver are you not leaving the rookie draft without? And he said, and it's more sleepers. And he said Malik Washington. So if Malik Washington falls here, that would be very, very sexy.
I actually looked at just like off the cuff defensive ranking, and I couldn't tell where the tiers were because it just feels like there's like a dozen teams that all have kind of like similar potential outcomes.
You're saying for defense?
Yeah, and then I mean, kickers are kickers, right? It's any week could be your week to win.
I heard Cincinnati's a great week 1. Are they going up against Arizona? I was listening to the footballers yesterday, and they were saying, they can't stop.
Yeah, Bengals are against the Patriots.
Oh, is it Patriots?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, so if we're gonna do that logic, and we just don't want to worry about defense, it depends on how you do redraft defense.
Oh.
You could just take the Dolphins,
So
and you're
look, we're on
guaranteed 2
the
Patriots.
clock. Malik Washington,
Yep.
I think so. I'm not seeing anyone. Take a look. Carson Steele,
Yeah.
we're looking at Kenny Gainwell, Damian Pierce. No thanks. Quarterbacks: Stafford, Rogers, Geno, Baker. Baker might be a fun one to take,
Well, so
but
I'm pretty
Malik
sure both
Washington.
of the 11 and 12 have 2 quarterbacks, so we're pretty much I don't see a place where any of them draft 4, so we're guaranteed one of those 3.
Let's take Malik Washington, swing for the fences. We're betting pretty good on Dolphins offense, even though we didn't get Tua. I don't know how I would have felt with going, double quarterback there. We kind of need the swings.
I'm fine with that.
The
I mean, the one quarterback basically guarantees there's always going to be a starting quarterback on waivers.
so Tua or Samaje Perine, right? That's what it came down to in the
Yeah.
in the 14th. Butker goes, and I mean, if we're already placing the bet on Caleb over Tua 2 rounds before,
Yeah.
we might as well take the backup running back for Kansas City and really go for it. So look, this is where we're either streaming quarterback, our quarterback 2, which I don't care. We could absolutely do that unless someone like starves the beast and ends up taking, gobbling up a couple quarterbacks off waivers just as a defensive play. But
Yeah.
right here, we're looking at, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Baker?
It's Aaron Rodgers for me. I don't mind either of them, but for me it's Rodgers. I mean, it's still Aaron Rodgers, man. He's got 2 of the best receivers in the league. He's got Brees Hall and he's got Garrett Wilson.
There goes Philly's defense. They've already taken 2 quarterbacks. They're not going quarterback.
I have to step away for a second. Someone just rang the doorbell.
No problem. I think we gotta go Aaron Rodgers. We're placing the bet on Garrett Wilson. Just seems to make sense to just grab Aaron Rodgers, and we're hoping. I mean, if Garrett Wilson isn't performing, we're not screwed, but we're not screwed. You never want to lose your first round draft pick, but golly, I like Garrett Wilson so much. So I am leaning. Let's see. Kenny Gainwell goes. We are up in 1. Theo Johnson goes. So Aaron Rodgers. That means we'll be streaming tight end if we need it. I got Aaron Rodgers in the queue. Tight ends. There's some Colby Parkinson, Dulcich, Hurst, Kraft, Knox, Michael Mayer. I mean, there'll be some guys off waivers. Wide receiver, I don't see it. 28 seconds till we're
Yeah, I got to step
autoed.
out. We have a plumber coming in.
Cool. I don't see, I mean, Ricky Pearsall, Troy Franklin, Trey Tucker. I'm not seeing, I think just locking in Aaron Rodgers, as our QB2 in the 18th round. I don't see that that's a bad pick. I think that's great. So let's look at the team. There goes Emmanuel Wilson. So in the first round, took Garrett Wilson. Second round, Devon Achane. Debo, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers. I really liked Zay Flowers' usage. 10 targets. Who's taking targets from Flowers? Likely. That could happen. but okay. Then we got Njoku, Christian Watson, Najee. I love Devon Achane and Najee. That's great. Little floor ceiling play. Ceiling with Achane, floor with Najee. Sweet. Zach Moss should be the RB1 in Cincinnati. Jalen Wright, a nice little league winner when we see Mostert or Achane go down. Although he won't be a real season winner if Achane goes down for us, but nice little backup. Samaje Perine and Lobby deep on the bench. Also, Samaje Perine, I mean, he looked just fine. I would have loved if he made that catch yesterday, but he did not. Hawkinson, I mean, that's pretty nice. I love getting Hawkinson late. Njoku Hawkinson, stream tight end. Again, we got some decent tight ends. Oh, look, they already grayed them out for us. They were like, you must take a defense and kicker. So who are we looking at with defense? Always very, very fun to choose. Baltimore's defense, a lot of these are going to be taken right now. Tucker Kraft goes. All y'all wanted to say thanks for checking us out. Very fun. I will say, if we hit the millie, which probably will, pizza party for everyone. And if we get a couple bucks here, so it's a tournament, obviously the main event is, and then the 12-team league will have prizes for whoever wins this 12-team league right here. Can't remember, some thousands. It's a $2,000 entry, FFPC main event, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. Take a look at the draft board here. There's some nice teams. You'll see tight end premium. So a lot of these tight ends are going to go off quite early. Double tapping. So Isaiah Likely, wow. Isaiah Likely at the 211. That is piping hot. Kyron Williams, never was really on him. Josh Jacobs should absolutely eat. We were flirting with taking Ayuk there and doubling him up with Debo if he was still there. Obviously was not. We waited on tight end, then grabbed Hawkinson later just as if he plays. He would have gone, obviously probably in the 4th, 3rd, probably, maybe the 2nd, if he was healthy. We are up in a few picks. I don't know much about defense, but if Kansas City's defense is there, we may as well take them. They've got a good defense. Baltimore's defense. Hot defense talk is very fun. There goes Justin Tucker. Would we go defense or kicker? I do not know any of these gentlemen. So since I don't know any of them, wow, Raiders kicker is gone. We have got a great kicking game, man. So Kansas City's defense, what do we think? Sure. Oh, show. Clinically insane. I didn't even see his thing said that. Yes, he's nuts. Okay, so draft board, share. So a bunch of kickers went off the board. I think I'll just take defense, huh? Looks like no one cares about defense. Looks like people are more prioritizing kicker. So Greg Dulcich goes. So if we went kicker, Cincinnati's kicker, San Francisco's kicker, Miami's kicker. Sure. I don't know. I'm going to go with, let's just do this. Let's root for Kansas City. Nope. Let's go for Evan McPherson. Which one? Flip a coin. What do you think? I don't know, Jason. What do you think? They're prioritizing kicker. Cincinnati's kicker. Let's do this. And then a bunch of good defenses still here. So we'll take Kansas City's defense if they're still there. Please, God, let them still be there. Because why wouldn't we? Share this tab. Baltimore, Kansas City. Probably Kansas City. Don't really know. How about this is the last round. Let's see what the board looks like. Green Bay's defense goes. Dawson Knox goes. How about this, guys? Let's go. All right. So it's either Baltimore's defense or Kansas City's defense. We love Zach. So we'll prioritize Kansas City's defense and then YOLO it with Baltimore's if this dude. Oh, did he already take defense?
Am I back?
Yep, he took Green Bay's
You back?
defense. Hello. So it looks like I went Evan McPherson.
There we go.
Evan McPherson is who we went with as our kicker. And then do you have a lean? We are on the clock. Kansas City's defense or Baltimore's defense? Also,
Those are still there.
Yeah, Chicago's defense could be fun.
I think
Kansas City's defense is probably.
I think it's Kansas City.
Let's party, dude.
Love Evan McPherson also. That was a guy that I wouldn't have expected to be there over Braden Narvison, a rookie undrafted.
Say it again.
Awesome. I can't believe that Braden Narvison is getting drafted before Evan McPherson. That's insane.
Oh, is Braden Narvison supposed to be their kicker?
He's Green Bay's kicker. Go Pack, go.
Oh. Yeah, I know. Cincinnati's kicker. Don't we like that?
Yeah, we do. And Evan McPherson has been great throughout his career.
Good. Well, I went with that pick was backed by obviously a ton of research. So
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I think this is awesome.
All right. So let's look at the board. Is there a way to look at our roster?
Might not be available until after the draft.
Yeah, you're right. But we can look at the board. All right, brother, we did it. That is a FFPC main event. Garrett Wilson, we went in the first, followed by Achan, then Debo, DJ Moore, Zay Flowers. I love that we got Zay Flowers in the fifth versus Rashee Rice in the second. I very much love that. I'm very hopeful on Neighbors, but Neighbors in the third or Zay in the fifth. Tough not to like that Zay Flowers in the fifth after seeing what we saw 10 targets last night.
On the same kind of thread as with Marvin Harrison, I think the third round's pretty early for Neighbors. I think if he gets into the fourth, that's when you're starting to see value. But even 310, I think I would have been hesitant for there. But yeah, love Zay Flowers in the fifth, late fifth.
Malik Neighbors has been going right around there
Yep.
just for, I'm talking months.
Yeah.
Njoku in the 6th as the tight end 12. Hopefully that gets us some value. Christian Watson is our wide receiver 5. Najee in the 9th. Nope, the 8th. Oh, Christian Watson in the 7th. Sorry. Najee in the 8th as our RB2. Moss in the 9th. Jalen Wright as an upside 10th round pick. TJ Hawkinson in the 11th. Caleb as our QB1. How are you feeling about that now that you see our full team?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I like to just get another actually startable quarterback as a backup, but I don't have a problem with Caleb as quarterback 1.
I mean, we got him as what, the QB 16? What's that? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
13th.
12. 13. 13, yeah. QB 13. That's rich.
I don't think it
Caleb
is.
over,
That's about ADP for Caleb.
Caleb over Tua may have been a mistake. Trevor over Tua, this other guy, that was a mistake, but then he got Tua. Not sure his rationale there, but
I personally wasn't expecting Tua to get back to us in the 13th.
I wasn't either, and he got very, very close.
He did get back. We just didn't take him because we didn't want to double tap quarterback.
Yeah,
That's okay. I don't mind how it shook out. I think P Ryan offers us more stability than Tua. Tua, you're never starting unless Caleb's not.
right.
Right. P Ryan with hero RB, how we've got it, and even our hero RB is like a high volatility running back. So having someone that's safe and boring, Samaje Piran's not fun to watch, but he's gonna have a role in that team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if we even did a hero RB type deal. I think we just waited, but I hear what you're saying. But I mean, Najee in the 8th is our RB2, so we can stack up wide receivers. It feels good.
I love taking him as the RB2.
Oh,
I'm very happy with starting him every week.
I target him. I've seen him go in the 7th. Now we did get him in at the 8-3, but I'm very happy with it. I love getting Jalen Wright. I've been trying to get him in as many leagues as possible. I got him in SF2, I think. I paid a second and 2/3, which can I get an A-Chan situation, please?
Yeah.
But then Josh Downs as our wide receiver 6. People could be queasy with that. We don't have a ton of depth at wide receiver, but this is a start two flex. So start 2, I would prioritize a little bit more running backs, but you have some of the pros just really leaning into wide receiver, just going heavy. But then remember I showed you that Scott Connor. I mean, he's going, it was like Dowdle, P Ryan, as his starting 2, which doesn't feel great. Something like that. But P Ryan and Lobby, McCaffrey in the 14th, Luke McCaffrey, Malik Washington, upside guy in the 17th. Rogers is our QB2. Then we got our kicker and defense. We'll probably win.
I think this is kind of a risky draft, but I think in the format that you're working with, it's a high upside, right? I mean, we have so many people that if they don't hit, they might still be fine. Christian Watson, Najee Harris, Zach Moss. If any of them do hit, or even the end of roster guys hit, we're laughing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Josh Downs hits, he comes back week 4, whatever he's comes back and hits like he was looking in the preseason. Man, in the 13th round, you're getting a wide receiver, call it 3.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't like Downs. I love Downs,
Yeah.
but I try not to be too biased. He has been quite injury prone also, which has been a bummer because he gets ramped up. And then, I mean, even in the preseason, I mean, he was doing well. But
He's a small slot guy. He's gonna take his beatings.
yeah, I mean, under Ron Stewart, I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he had him as an elite prospect. That's just what the numbers grade him out as. So appreciate it, brother. Hey, thanks for
Yep.
coming on your day off.
Oh,
Is it
fun.
off or is it work from home off?
I do 410, so I get off every Friday. Most Fridays. Sometimes I end up working.
Well, much appreciated, brother. What you got going
Yeah,
on
it
the
was
rest of
fun.
the day?
Fuck all. I'm gonna play video
Oh,
games and do
that's
nothing.
the best, dude. What time does MK
Yeah.
get home?
She works from home, so she's upstairs.
How
Probably
does she?
like 4, maybe 3 if she's feeling like she wants to leave early. She
Love
has
it.
flexible hours, so it's all good.
Well, enjoy your day. Everyone, we will be coming like probably when we do our Tuesday streams, talking about trades in our leagues. We'll touch up on, touch base with maybe what we're doing for waivers. If we won that week, this is an NDL draft. If we win, which we probably will, we will share and spread the love out. So we'll keep you updated. And this is the first one. We'll probably do several of these, in the coming years. At least a couple of these, some $350 leagues. If I get someone else that could manage the waivers, I will pay the buy-in and then we'll just stream the drafts. So we'll hire some guys to play waivers, then they can get in on the buy-in. But much love to you, brother. Thanks for playing with me.
See you, bud.
Later, bro.